Laura, this is Mary Joseph coming live from Hamilton. Sorry guys, I was actually live about an hour ago, but I think there was some technical problems and I just had to restart everything. Yeah, so technology can fail us sometimes. Yeah, because yeah, so I just am quickly gonna yeah, quick introduction again, because there will be a lot of people who will see this session without seeing the previous one. So we are based in Hamilton. We're AJV Services. We are an education migration services company based out of Hamilton, New Zealand. We are 3 licensed immigration advisors now on the team, with an extended team of 33 people. Spread across India, and we have a few people across the globe as well. So yeah, so we come live every week to basically talk about the immigration pathways available to New Zealand, and most importantly, answer all questions that have been um, posted by our dear AJV clients who are working with us, and importantly, the ones who are interested to work with us. Okay, so my team is joining in, and while we wait for the questions, team, can you also please ensure that you start asking start posting the questions from the previous disconnected session, so that I can just pick it up from there, and the ones who have missed those questions, missed asking me the missed answering those questions. Sorry about that. I do that here. So, team, I'll wait for you to start pasting those questions. In the meantime, we do have our first question. Also, all those who are non-AJV students, please ensure you mention your phone number for me to answer your question. All the AJV students, start with saying, "Hi, I'm an AJV student," and mention your viewers' details or your advisor's details, so that I can answer your question without a problem. Great. So we have Tony Joe's, and he's got some different language rest of the name, but Tony Joe's definitely. What can we do for getting income certificate from village? Very interesting. Um, and Rahul also posts. Okay, Tony. Right. So Tony is Tony. I don't know if you're working with us. Could you please mention if you're working with us? Number one, if you are not, then you'll have to leave us your contact details for me to answer that for you. Rahul, I completely okay. So your question was about interview. So the interview is basically in the previous session that got disconnected a few minutes ago. Rahul wanted to know, will there be definitely a telephonic interview? As I said, we cannot be sure whether you will get a telephonic interview or not. However, it will be our job to present the application in the right manner and ready for a decision, and then the visa officer will decide whether they want to do the interview or not. You could be doing one of the best programs with scholarship and everything, but still the visa officer could decide to do an interview. So it is based on the discretion of the visa officer, and we will just need to go with that. And but then you will need to be prepared. So my team will do the task of preparing you, Rahul, and there should not be any problem. Okay, thank you. um Tony has also mentioned a further comment saying it's about 8 lakhs. Tony, I won't be able to answer that unless you confirm that you're working with us. Okay. um Tanya Chakravarti says hello Tanya. um okay, so the next question is, hi team. My question is, if I want to find employment from outside New Zealand, is it possible to find an employer considering the new immigration laws and relaxation on work permits? Tanya, good question. You have not mentioned if you're working with us, but I would recommend you start with sending us your CV to immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. That will be the first step for me to assess and come back to you to suggest what pathways you will be eligible for. If you're looking for work directly, it is highly unlikely you'll be able to find a job while you're still overseas, because the employers would like you to basically be here in the country most importantly because they cannot verify your background credentials. If you're here in the country, that means you've ticked off the concerns of your background with related to character and health, so they will have lesser hesitation to hire someone who's in the country with a valid work visa. While they still do their due diligence on your applications here, they still won't have as many barriers as they would while you're still overseas. So that is the reason you will need to look for an opportunity or a pathway which allows you to come into the country and find a job for yourself. Having said that, in the recent past, we have been getting emails and calls from a few IT professionals that and construction professionals that they are getting offers. And yes, they are getting offers because they are belonging to an area of absolute skill shortage. So it can go either ways, Tanya. So best thing to send your CV to us and keep trying online. That's what I would recommend. Thank you. I'm going to make this session a bit, kind of rushed. I'll try and answer as many questions as possible. It's about 8:30 right now, so it's about 8:20 right now. So I'll try and answer as many questions as possible. We'll probably do this session only for about 45 minutes instead of a complete hour, and then we will reach out to you with the rest with to answer the rest of the questions. If any of your questions have been missed, I'm very, very sorry about that. We've just had a bit of technical glitch over here today. Okay. Radesh, I've already answered Radesh's question. And then we have Akhil who says, Hi, I'm Akhil. I got confirmation letter from Witt College for highway engineering. I appeared through HAV services. Thank you very much, Akhil, for working with us. I appeared, Jagruti Mishra as my consultant. May I know more about this course and PR possibility? First of all, Akhil, it's not PR that you will get first. It's called PR is permanent resident visa. But first step will be to get a resident visa. And there are various pathways to get to resident visa. So you either apply for a direct resident visa under, say, skilled migrant category, or you apply for the same resident visa through a work to residence category. So it totally depends on you finding yourself a job. Now, highway engineering is in the long-term skill shortage list, particularly the program that you're doing, which is graduate diploma in highway engineering. So this is in the long-term skill shortage list. So I will be surprised if you're not able to find jobs. Also, this particular course is run here in Hamilton, which is technically um, 30 steps from here. The college is just here in the corner, so you're not going to be too far away from us. You're just going to be here, and we are here to guide you and help you through your journey. But also remember that in fact, recently we spoke to the head of the department, and he was very, very confident about the kind of outcomes this particular program has. And the students are doing extremely well already, and they do have a lot of successes to talk about. So we have no doubts about this program. And also any program that's on the long term skill shortage list, we have no doubts about it, because there is a shortage of those people, and that is the reason it is on the skills list or long term skill shortage list. If you're not finding a job, then you're probably not up to the mark for the skills that is required by the industry, and you just need to do well. I have seen a few IT people struggling to find jobs. When I analyzed a bit, I realized that because they're not flexible with their technologies. When you come to New Zealand, you have to understand what technologies are required here. If you're going to come in, if you're going to say, hey, you know what, I'm an SAP person and I just want to look at something in SAP, you may not do that well in New Zealand because SAP is not a big thing here. Somebody who wants to do something in AI, if you're going to talk to me about AI, then there's barely anything happening because AI is still at research stage. So the next big thing happening here is cybersecurity, big data, and data analytics, big data, and cloud computing. So you need to focus on the technologies that are important. Likewise, in other areas as well, construction graduates, you need to have certain skills that is required. So my doubts will be only around your skills if you're not finding a job. in an area of skill shortage. So it's all about learning, and we are confident that you're coming into a good program. You're coming through AJV, so you have all the support, and you're coming to a good city, that is Hamilton. You will get a 2-year post-study work visa, in which you will need to find yourself a job with a minimum salary threshold as an engineer, and you're good to go. Okay, to apply for a resident visa, there is a possibility if you get a job from through a talent accredited, so through an accredited company, then you can also consider a work to resident pathway. So there are lots of pathways that you will be eligible for. Also, the immigration policies keep changing, so at that point in time things may become even more easier. So you're nearly about a year and a half from actually getting there. So I would only say confidently take the leap and come in, and things will work out itself. Yeah, all the best, Akhil, and thank you so much. Yeah. Next question, we have Swati Reddy. She says, "Hi Swati, sorry, hi ma'am. This is Swati. I'm an AJV client. Reached Auckland 2 days ago. My classes are going to start from 23rd October. Great, welcome to New Zealand. Good to have a new AJV student come in. That's great. Auckland is an amazing city. Quite busy, but then I'm glad you've come in. So yeah, so I think things will be all right. Um, I will call and say hello to you. I hope you have been connected to my team member Anjana. She's the onshore support person. She's a student herself here, but then it'll be great. She's been here long enough to be able to mentor you and guide you. She will also connect you to the other students available, to help in Auckland. So welcome, Swati, and we hope to talk soon and probably even meet soon, because we will probably do one of our dinners soon in Auckland. Yeah, so we had a very good one recently, and we hope to do one very soon before the Christmas season. So we will let you know. Anjana will reach out to you and help you. Okay, great, thank you. Next question. Rahul's question has already been answered. We can skip that. Tanya says, Tanya talks about finding employment. So we can, I just answer that as well. Next is Alex Manikam. He says, "Hi Mary, I'm an HIV client. How long does it take for the visa approval after applying for an Indian student?" Um, Alex, various factors come into play. The time of the year you apply, what course you're applying for, which college you're applying for. Said that, I mean, there is no particular course in college that is being picked up and being processed immediately. However, it's very difficult for me at the moment. To confirm that, at the moment, INZ website says 3 months as the average processing timeline. So I would request all of you to be prepared with that. Yeah, it can take as less as 10 days, but then just be prepared is what I'd say. So apply in advance. If you're looking at February session, please apply by November. At the most, there is no guarantee that if you apply, because also December we lose about a week, 10 days, because of Christmas. And remember, everybody will apply during that time. So it's going to get even more busier post Christmas, and there's no guarantee, because last year the same thing happened. Everybody who applied before December got their visas before December. Once the Christmas break happened and then people came back, they waited nearly 6 to 8 months to get their visas processed. That's because there was a huge surge in applications, and INZ obviously was not prepared, and they were caught surprised, and things got really, really difficult. So please apply in advance. Work with the team. I'm sure they are nudging you every single day to tell you that you need to apply. So if you haven't applied, Alex, please apply right now. And I'm suggesting all you others as well who are waiting to apply and saying, okay, there is time. No, it's never a bad time. It's always a good time to apply 6 months in advance. It's a good thing. So just go ahead and do that. Yeah. All the best, Alex. Thank you. Next, we have Kunjan Jadeja, who says, "Hello, Mary. Great fan of the work you are doing. Keep it up." Thank you very much, Kunjan. I'm glad you guys like it. We do these sessions purely to ensure that we educate people interested to come to New Zealand. It's more like an awareness program. Yeah, because we see day in and day out how people have been misguided. People have, in fact, there was somebody this this morning who called me and who was very, very upset and sad that they came into a terrible program and there was nobody to guide them. And the Yeah, yesterday, in fact, there was somebody who walked into the office, young kids, 12th pass students who came into programs that have no value or future for them. We had a nice long chat and then realized they could have done well because they were just 12th class. They were just coming for very generic course which had papers like leadership. Why will a 12th class pass student need a leadership program? I don't know. So they should have got into more technical and more, in-depth programs, like doing something purely in supply chain or doing something in marketing, and learn the basics in those areas. But unfortunately they came for a program which is, having papers that makes no sense when they get out for the jobs. So yeah, so it's important we do this. So thank you so much, Kunjan, and thank you for being a fan. Yeah. Next question, Sai Venkatesh Green. I said, I'm looking forward to moving to New Zealand. Sai Venkatesh, please send us an email to immigrationadvisor@havglobal.com. We will assess and get back to you with the pathways available. Thank you. Right. Next question is Andrew Storm. He says, Hi, I'm Andrew Storm, an AJV client currently in Rotorua. Do I have to contact AJV for my next year visa, or will you guys automatically connect with me? Hi, Andrew. Thank you very much. First of all, why do you want to wait till next year to contact us? Yeah, stay in touch with us. That's what it is. Yeah, and we've been trying to reach all you guys out at Rotorua to, do a nice dinner, but nobody seems to be responding. Pick up the phone and talk to me, Andrew, and I'd love to, kind of catch up, because we've been trying to connect with a lot of people in Rotorua and Toranga, and I think everybody's very, very busy, and we have not got RSVPs. We were supposed to do dinner actually tonight in Rotorua or Toranga, but looks like the students are caught up with exams or whatever. So, Andrew, I think it's important to stay in touch with us, once in 3 months, 4 months, and then whenever, so it's easier that way to stay on top of things. Yeah. So also with regards to your next year visa, you will need to tell us when you are due to apply. Okay. So you will need to also make efforts from your side to stay in touch with us while we also try and do the same. Yeah, it needs to work both ways. So once you come back to us, we will talk to you and let you know when will be the best time. Okay. Stay in touch with us, Andrew. That's the best thing to do. Yeah. Great. Next will be Muhammad Savakul Savakatul Islam Saikat. He says, Hello, ma'am. How about horticulture courses futures in New Zealand? First of all, New Zealand is, yeah, it's a lot of people would say, it's all farmlands here. It's all agriculture. Yes, there is a quite a bit of agriculture. It is probably one of the most contributing, one of the top most contributing industries for us. So horticulture, agriculture, they are good jobs. They pay well as well. In fact, one of our students is working in the agriculture industry down south. Um, and I have a couple of others also working in the area of horticulture as orchard managers. There's one who's working as a production machine operator in the area of horticulture. So yes, there is a lot of demand in horticulture. There are jobs in horticulture. So about horticulture courses, you need to have the right kind of intention. You should not do the course just because it's easier than the others. If you have a genuine passion in the area of horticulture, yes, there are good futures here. um, and there are various variety of jobs available in that area. So yeah. So second, I see that you have not given us your number. I've just gone ahead and answered it, but please do connect with us when my team does get in touch and let me know. Yeah. Next question, Ritika Bhatia says, Hi, ma'am, Ritika here. My question is, in case we don't reach the 160 points threshold for filing for PR and close it to 150. So are there still chances of submitting EOI? My husband is currently pursuing a 2-year culinary in MIT level 5. Ritika, it's as simple as this. You need to get 160. You cannot submit EOI with just 150 points. Okay. Actually, sorry, technically you can submit any EOIs which are above 100. But if you have only above 160, you will be selected from the pool automatically for an assessment. If it's under 150, it will all be depending on who gets, sorry, under 160, then it depends on who gets the highest points in that quota. Yeah. So, yeah, so I think, Ritika, it's best for your husband to connect with us and we will advise accordingly. And also, you are saying your additional question is, once the IELTS expires after 2 years, will we have to give IELTS when filing for resident visa, attaining 6.5 with no band less than 6 and other modules? Am I right? Okay, Ritika, you're asking a lot of questions and way too early. Okay, these are the kind of questions you will need to ask at the point when he's qualifying. Also, remember, guys, about policies. The policies can change, so it can, I can give you an answer now and you'll sit back and relax, and then if the policy changes 2 years later, you know you'll be really disappointed. I request all of you who are coming here to study to take one step at a time with things. Don't jump the gun and try and do everything beforehand. Yeah, you coming here with an intention to study, finish that and then work on your opportunities for work in the future, saying, oh, do I qualify? Okay, I got a job. So I only, the logic is very simple with our students. We tell them, go out, get a foot through the door, find whatever opportunity. Once you find an opportunity, come back to us and ask us, where can I go from here? Without a job offer letter, without any idea as to where you will end up in, you cannot ask us these questions this early. It's because the situation changes, the policies change. Yes, it's good to be prepared, but in instances which will not change. Like, for example, a lot of them come and tell us, can I do NZQA? Yes, NZQA is a good thing because this has lifetime value and it will not change. What qualification you have and what assessment NZQA does, it's not going to change. But if you're going to talk to me about IELTS and all those other requirements, I cannot tell you, this early. Somebody who's coming for a 3 years bachelor's, you cannot ask me what the policies will be 3 years later, because things will be different 3 years later. Trust me, things will be different. I've seen that over the past 15 years experience in this industry. So, Ritika, I think you have to slow down a bit, take one step at a time, and see how things progress, and then change course accordingly. Even a river kind of keeps changing course. It just doesn't flow straight just because it comes from the mountain. So you need to be flexible to keep changing course and work accordingly. What if he gets a post study work visa, you come to New Zealand and you find a job? What about then? You might qualify with 160. So okay, so just be open to opportunities, Ritika. Okay, thank you. Next one question is Innocent Bachchi. That's a funny name. Okay, so for all those who don't understand Hindi, Bachchi means girl, and the name of the person who was asking me that question is basically innocent girl. Okay, so this one says, hello, ma'am. I have studied MSc Physics and MA from India. I want to become early childhood teacher in NZ. Is there another pathway for me except study visa? I have also applied for international qualification assessment for NZ. If I do study out of Auckland, will there be more job opportunities? I have heard that out of Auckland, there are less opportunities. Okay. First of all, Innocent Bachchi, you did not give me your phone number, so I would recommend you to please leave me your contact information. I will then come back to you and answer your question. Yeah, thank you. Um, Next question is Jibin. Jibin says, I am a BTech electrical and electronics engineering graduate. I had 19 backlogs, excluding failed reattempts in the program with 55% aggregate. I would like to pursue a PG in or master's, which is relevant to my field of study in one of the colleges and universities. Will I be able to secure admission? Tricky. Yeah, I can see a bit of gaps over there in terms of, but then I'm sure we can find you something. Jibin, you need to give us your phone number. You have not told us if you're working with us. So first of all, yeah, You need to give me your phone number so that I can come back and answer that question for you. Thank you. Ritika Bhatia says, thank you, ma'am. We'll get in touch. Thank you, Ritika. Stay in touch. Harsh Panchal says, I got 6 pence. Okay. Harsh, I see your question, but you will need to leave me your phone number and tell me if you're working with AJV. Okay. Rabi Al Bushai says, hello, ma'am. I spent 3 days. I am a recent graduate from electrical engineering from Islamic University of Gaza. Spent 3 days looking for appropriate visa to move to New Zealand, but the one I found is skilled migrant. So my question is, I don't have any years of experience in my field. I want to migrate, can and did not find. Rabi, first of all, I need your contact information, but however, I will still answer this for you. My team will reach out to you and please answer, connect with them. So, Rabi, the first thing I would like to tell you is that fresh graduates, direct resident visa are not possible. You will have to consider other pathways of either looking for a job, which again is unlikely because the employers may not be willing to offer you a job while you're still overseas. So you're left with the pathway of coming through a student visa, and we do have a lot of students coming from that part of the world. So I would recommend you to look at a student visa so that so that we can assist you further. Talk to us, we'll assist you further, we'll assess your profile and see what kind of programs you're eligible for and see how it works. I mean, if it's too expensive then fine, but then it is a good opportunity, and if you're a fresh graduate, now is the best time to come and upgrade your qualification and then look at a future plan in New Zealand. So my team will connect with you, Rashi, and then please do speak to them and they will help you. Yeah. Innocent Butchie comes back and says that she's talking to Ruben, so that's great. Um, I but then you have not mentioned your real name, so I would like Ruben to confirm. Ruben, can you please confirm that you're working with this person here? I'm sure with the profile you can figure out who it is. Okay, so okay, Pooja. Right. So Pooja, Ruben confirmed that you're talking to him. So um, at the moment you will have to, because you've done MEd also from India. The problem is you will have to direct get registered with the New Zealand Teachers Council directly. Okay, if your qualifications do not match, then you will be required to do a teacher's qualification in New Zealand, which is a graduate diploma level. Okay, so you will have to do a graduate diploma level, and great. So Ruben just confirmed to me that he has suggested the graduate diploma at Waikato University. Perfect program. Please, all you teachers who are watching this, do not do education program. You have to do a program which says teaching, and only those qualifications will lead you to a teacher's registration. If you do anything in education, you will not qualify for a teacher's license. Okay, yeah, maybe based on your previous qualifications you would qualify, however not on that qualification that you're going to study here. Okay, so please be very careful, because I have a lot of people complaining once they come through other agencies that they have not been guided properly. They thought the education program, because in India it is B.Ed and M.Ed, which will lead them to teachers registration. They think the same thing applies here. That doesn't work that way. In New Zealand, it's a teaching program, a teaching and learning program that you will have to study. So Pooja, I would recommend you to look at that option. The other thing is um I would say the answer is very tricky for your second one, saying if you study outside Auckland, will there be more opportunities? Auckland is our biggest city. Number one, there is a lot of shortage of teachers in bigger towns because of the reason that there are more schools there. Okay, if you go to smaller towns, obviously you are competing with the local teachers there. There will be a lot of them will be there, and very few people go to the smaller towns, and also a lot of courses are not available in smaller towns. Like, for example, a teaching and learning program is not available in areas like Nelson and things like that. So you will be studying more than likely in Hamilton, Auckland, Christchurch, and Wellington. These are the big towns, and they are definitely good opportunities there. And studying outside Auckland will add the give you the chance to understand the locals here. Waikato. If you come to Hamilton, you have an opportunity to understand how it works with Hamilton here, the schools here. You will have an opportunity to kind of you'll eventually find it more comfortable to work here rather than go somewhere else and find yourself a job. In fact, there was somebody from Victoria University who graduated, and she eventually found something in Wellington itself, because she was more comfortable with the city, even though she'd had offers from other cities. She was more comfortable already with the town there. So I think it's about comfort levels, and that's what it is. And Auckland is bigger town; it's more expensive as well. But the advantage of finding a job outside Auckland is 30 points straight away on your on when you apply for a visa under the skilled migrant category. Okay, so yeah, that's the biggest advantage that I can see, Pooja. And your last question, yeah, that's what you say. Lesser job opportunities. Yeah, we are not talking about very small towns like Nelson and Napier. When you're talking about studying the teaching and learning program, it will be in these big cities, and you'll be fine with these big cities. Okay. Next question. Okay. um, Innocent Bachi. Pooja came back and confirmed her name as well. Thank you very much, Pooja. I hope I've answered your question. Okay, next is Jagat Sanjeeva. Jagat says, I graduated last year in quantity serving. I hope to visit our institute in quantity serving. I want to know whether there are job opportunities for QS. Jagat, I will need you to first of all give me information so that I can answer that question for you. Thank you. Okay, next will be Rabi, who says, thank you very much. I look forward to contact with you for more advising. Okay, thank you. Ritika says, ma'am, who won? Oh, Ritika, I'll be honest with you. I've been thinking about this and I completely forgot about it. I went into the weekend, we were very busy, and the following week also got very busy. Last week I was sick and I couldn't do the live session. I completely forgot about it. After this session, I'm going to go back and check the post, and I'm going to post the winner today. Sorry for the delay, guys. It was a Friday just before the weekend, and I was so caught up with family, and then the week passed, and I really didn't remember. Okay, so thanks, Ritika, for reminding me. I'm going to go back and check that. Okay, so are we at the end of all the questions? Let me quickly look at YouTube, because I think I saw a few questions there, and I hope I have not. Hey guys, all those who are asking for questions on YouTube, you will have to please leave me your contact details. Omar, I see that you've given your number. Okay, Omar, that's a very specific question. Omar asks, hi, what details should be included in work experience letter to be acceptable by NSET? It's a very, very vague question. Please give me a call on 0800 696977, and we'll talk about this, okay? Right, because it was very specific, but then what you're saying is, I need to know what the purpose is and what the visa is and what kind of information that you need to put it down. I will be able to answer only then, okay? Called Infinity, who's also given his number on YouTube, who says, if when post-study work visa near to finish already, I haven't find relevant job, can I apply again another course and stay? Okay, Infinity, I don't know where you are located. I see that you have a Sri Lanka number. Why don't you give me a call if you're based here in New Zealand? Because it looks like you're saying that you finish your post-study work visa. Please give us a call or send us an email at info@ajvglobal.com, and we'll be able to answer that for you. Yeah? Thank you. Thakur Vikas asks, ma'am, my name is Vikas. I've completed BSc non-medical with 65% in 2018. My PT score is 6.5. So what will be the best option for me, and what about highway engineering? Mm, highway engineering will be good for civil engineering graduates. Yeah. So if you have not done an engineering degree, you will struggle a bit in that area. So Vikas, I think we will need to talk a little bit further on your profile. My team will connect with you, and then please connect with them and give them all your details, and they will consult with me if required, and we will ensure the best option is provided to you. Yeah, thank you. Okay. David Naveen Kumar says, ma'am, I've applied for PR under long-term skill shortage business analyst. My wife being the primary applicant, we have lodged in Feb 19. How long will it take? Um, Naveen, I'm not sure if you applied from within New Zealand um, or from overseas. But if you've no matter if you've applied from within New Zealand, you can expect something between 8 to 12 months. But if you've applied from overseas, it might take longer without a job. Okay, so I think the best is to talk to your advisor who has helped you with your application. Yeah, thank you. Next question is Jenish. Jenish says, I have done BSc nursing and my PT is 6.5. My number is okay. Jenish, what about your question? I can't see your question. Give me a second. Okay, Jenish, how can I answer? I'm sorry. How what is your question? I don't really know. If you can elaborate when my team connects with you, we'll be able to answer that for you. Okay. Pure CJ says PG diploma in applied management. How is this course? It's a good course, but you'll need to give us your number for me to answer that further. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we've kind of made it to 1 hour mark because I had about 15-20 minutes there in the previous session. So, all those whose questions I have missed, very, very sorry, but my team will connect with you. Please talk to them. All those who have come for this session first time, please connect with my team. That will be the first step because I'm based here in New Zealand. Sometimes it may not be possible for you to reach out to me directly. However, our contact details are if you want to call us from within New Zealand, please, this is only for people based in New Zealand. Please call us on 0800 696977 and our email address will be immigrationadvisor@havglobal.com. If you're calling from India, then the toll free number is 1-800-103-6525 and email address is info@havglobal.com. If you're calling from any other part of the world, please call us on +6422 605 2615. This is my mobile number. Please don't send a WhatsApp message. It's the last thing we check. Okay, so please don't send us an email. You'll get a response faster, or give us a call on these numbers. Yeah. So great. Thanks a lot, guys, for your patience. All those who have followed me from the previous session to this, thank you very much. And we hope to continue doing these sessions. I think one of my colleague Tulika, the other licensed advisor, will be online tomorrow for her live session. And then, yeah, we are available. And via phone and email. So give us a ring, send us an email, and we'll answer. And it was amazing as always to do this live session. Thanks for your patience, and we hope to assist all you new migrants who are looking at coming to New Zealand. And thank you so much, all AJV clients who are working with us, and team. Thank you very much for your support through the session. Great. Good night, Kaki Teano. See you next time. Yeah. Thank you.